Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the AM Volatility Report reminder. This is for educational purposes only. None of this should be considered investment advice. Consult your financial professional.
Options have risk, so you have to be very careful. Options have risk. This is for education purposes only. Anyway, so if you missed last night's webinar, there are two places to get it, to go see it. You can look directly below this post on the blog. All right, so I've got it right here. It'll be right below this post when I post it, or if you go to optionpit.com/income trading, I posted it right here. I need to change the wording because it is not lifting off of condors and butterflies. It is creating income with options. See how easy that is, folks? It's amazing. But let's talk about the market. Well, yesterday's terrorist attack aside, I mean, what an awful thing. Markets are kind of brushing things off. You've got the S&P right near 2,400 again. The Dow's up small, the Nasdaq's down small, the RUT is down small. All right, VIX extremely flat, back below 11 as it should. It should be flat. I would be surprised if we had a huge push higher in VIX. What's interesting is that looking at VIX, yeah, VIX is flat, but we've actually seen the VIX futures finally stop selling off. It's a slight bid. Yeah, the June future settled about 12.30, 12.25 yesterday. It's now 12.35. It had been a little overdone anyway, so I don't think it's the end of the world that this future is finally catching a little bit of a bid. I would not be surprised if it hangs around 12.25, 12.30 for a while. Now, the one thing that's kind of interesting is we don't know when the Comey investigation is going to be anymore. I guess Mueller wants to speak to him first, and so they're going to have that conversation first. So that may delay things a little bit. That could make June a lot less volatile and could potentially pump up July. I continue to think that, that leading into the Comey testifying, you'll see implied volatility at least get a little bit of bid. I think we'll see VIX get near 13 ahead of that. All right. That's kind of the way I think things set up. We're getting a little bit of a bid in some of the ETNs as well. UVXY is up, VXX is up small. And I continue to be shocked by the strength in TLT. I mean, we've seen markets completely recover, yet we've seen bond prices, I mean, look at that, super strong. And I would also comment that, the move last week aside, you could make an argument that bond vol is too cheap, at least in a relative sense. Right? So one of the things we're going to be looking at is ways to play TLT volatility for the strategy ladder, potentially. Another trade we're going to be looking at is UVXY. It's up a little bit today. I think that'll be short-lived, and I think there's going to be an opportunity to maybe set up a bearish diagonal spread. Another stock we're going to watch is AZO, AutoZone. Earnings did not go well for them, and the stock is down big, and volatility is not in with the same speed. We're not back down to the 15s, 16s. So it may be setting up for some continued downside. And then we're going to look with TLT. You're kind of remiss to look at TLT without looking at XLF. Again, also, volatility in XLF itself firm relative to the overall market. There might be something there worth trading. Right. And then finally, kind of the last piece we're going to look at is probably some sort of, yesterday we did a SPX time spread during kind of chat room pit report time. Didn't make it in the strategy letter, but we may take another crack at those based on how the S&P is moving. There may be a real opportunity to trade some sort of bull calendar or double calendar in the S&P 500. All right, folks. That's the things we're going to be looking at to potentially set up in our chat room today, and maybe we might go in a strategy letter. So if you have questions, you can email me marketoptionpit.com, or you can call me 888-TRADE-01. Hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you soon.